Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
First, a word from our sponsor, Ethico.
Handling multiple compliance cases can often feel like navigating a complex labyrinth. Ethico introduces simplicity and intelligence into this chaos with our custom workflow automation. By automatically routing cases based on your unique criteria, we turn the maze into a clear path forward. Envision a compliance process that's not just effective, but also intuitive and adaptable to your needs. It's time to redefine efficiency in your workplace. Embark on this journey of transformation at ethico.com/CPN. Book a demo and explore the white paper by Tom Fox, 2023, The Year in Compliance, to discover a world of seamless compliance management.
The Daily Compliance News for February 6, 2024, the Tweaking DEI edition. And we begin with that story from the Wall Street Journal, Risk and Compliance Journal, Richard Vandeford reporting that corporate America's diversity initiatives are here to stay, but are being tweaked in response to lawsuits and MAGA hat-wearing idiot scrutiny. Businesses are trying to fashion programs that foster inclusion. Why? Because it's good for business, not those race-baiting folks who claim otherwise. But they don't want to run afoul of the law, so policies are put in place that will not be seen as quotas or other things that get right-wingers rabid. Next up, a first of 2 stories from the Financial Times. Brazil took a big hit in the Transparency International Corruption Perception Index for its shutting down and trying to undo the results of Lava Jato. Well, now a judge on the Brazil's Supreme Court has ordered an investigation into Transparency International. So if you don't like what a organization reports, well, just open a criminal investigation. How very Brazilian. Next up, from Reuters. We had last week the resignation, effective immediately, of the CFO at ADM. Well, now we hear from Reuters that the DOJ is probing accounting practices at Archer Daniels Midland, according to 2 people. The shares tanked 24% since the January 22nd disclosure of the suspension of the CFO amid an internal probe regarding relating to its nutrition addition. 2 sources say the the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York has interviewed former ADM employees about accounting practices at the firm. And our final story, also from the FT, our second story today, from Andrew Hill and his Work Watch column, said that AI can be used for company brainstorming at high-level ideation sessions rather than the old-fashioned way of tables of 10 and flops of flip charts and piles of Post-it notes. Well, why not use AI? Certainly sounds like it could be interesting to me. Of course, you have to have someone who knows how to work ChatGPT and use AI, but I think he's onto something here, and many companies will benefit from using AI for brainstorming. In the month of February, the Compliance Podcast Network is sponsored by Ethico. Are you struggling to close cases? Well, Ethico is here for you. Take advantage of their innovative approach to empathetic issue intake, streamlined case management, and enterprise-wide disclosures. Learn more about how you can crowdsource risk management at scale at ethico.com/CPN. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.